Right, everybody, wait till a few people join on. As ever, with the Geordie Journals live, straight after the game, to chat to you guys, do fire your comments and questions and whatever else you might have, thoughts on the game itself. Just fire them in the comment section, and I'll come round to them and have a little chat about what we've just seen, what we've witnessed here at Molineux. I'll hang about just to see if anybody jumps on. That's a very happy John Anderson there. Wait a little bit longer for people to jump on this Sunday evening. I'll flip it around so you can have a little look at what I can see, just while we're waiting for people to join. Oh, the camera needs a bit of it. There we go. Right, 30 you guys on, a bit bored, probably looking at the stadium with nobody in, and a pitch with nobody on it. Do fire your comments in below, give it a like if this is what you like. We of course do this on one part of the three Geordie Journals. Dominic Schar of the Shields Gazette and Jordan Cronin of Newcastle World are both down speaking to Eddie Howe in the bowels of Molineux. I'll give you a little bit of a look around there. They went down those stairs behind me there, down to speak to Eddie Howe and find a few things out. I reckon probably one of the key questions that they'll ask is what's wrong with Alexander Isak, because he seemed to take a head knock and he wasn't, I didn't see him anyway, he wasn't in the celebration with the fans and the thanking of the fans at the end, so it would have to be a concern. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I know the exact concussion protocols, etc., but it could rule him out for a little bit if that has been the case, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more, and of course if you do love the Geordie Journals stuff that we do, not only will you get this live, where you get to add all the comments in, we also do a full length kind of analysis as well, so I'll wait and see what we get from that. Right. For some reason, I'm not seeing any messages on here unless nobody has put anything in. Let's have a look. I might come off the Wi-Fi and see if that makes a difference. Anyway, while we're waiting for any of that to adjust, I'll let you know my thoughts on what I think we've just witnessed. It was a funny game to analyse, actually, and I'm sure all of you guys will probably think that too. Weirdly, although they didn't create a lot, it was probably a game when Newcastle United, in fairness, had more control over the opposition than they probably have at any point in any game this season. However, like I said, they didn't really look like scoring massively until, of course, you know, it was a good shot by Fabian Schar with 15 to go, but they got a healthy chunk of luck that went in their favour too, with that ball flicking up off Craig Dawson's head and into the top corner. And from then on, they really did look like scoring. Harvey Barnes. Look, at times last season I wondered where Barnes fit in this team. I would just have him in this team anyway. He's some finisher, the boy. He genuinely is. We're seeing, you know, it's an amazing highlights reel he'll be putting together. Even with his first year at Newcastle United, he scored some fantastic goals, and that was easily up there with the best that he scored because he actually had a lot to do when he got the ball. I almost think his touch wasn't the best, and he almost let it get away from him. Then he beat his man, and he did it a couple of times in that second half. Beat his man, and then just curled in the top corner. There's no keeper on the planet getting anywhere near that. Top class, and we know what Fabian Schar can do. It's no shock to see him try his luck from those kind of distances. And it's no shock to see the net ruffling after it too. I don't think I'm going to get any chat today. So apologies. Let's have a look, see if I can. Nah, I'm not getting any chat today. So if you are mentioning in the comments, apologies. I think it's to do with the signal and things like that here. So hopefully you are seeing this loud and hearing this loud and clear. Anyway, so yeah, I think for me it was a difficult game to analyse. I actually thought Bruno came alright. You know I love him. Anybody who watches the George Jones regular knows how much I love him. I thought this was one of his poorest games he's had in a long time, particularly that first half. Joe Linton was poor in the first half. Anthony Gordon had a great first 15-20 and then really dropped off. Then was very isolated in the second half. Nick Pope made a couple of fantastic saves. He can be a bomb scare with the ball at his feet. Maybe that's a bit harsh. It's nervy when he's got the ball at his feet, but anywhere near his hands, he's top class. Made one save with an outstretched arm, I think when it was still 1-0, to stop Kuna. Brilliant, just solid hand, and then a decent save as well from Kuna later on, which kept things in United's favour. So, trying to think of the back four performances. Lewis Hall, man, what about that at the end? Like, he was literally running on one. He had one leg. Hopefully there was nothing too bad with him. It may well have just been cramping up, I think, by the looks of it. But let's think about this game and think about the season so far. And they haven't played as well as they did last season, definitely not the season previous. However, what they're able to do now, which they were unable to do last season largely, was call upon people off the bench. For Newcastle to be able to go to the bench and call upon, see Eddie Howe's just walking down there, probably can't see that. Able to just look to the bench and bring on Barnes, Willock, Tonali like they did in the second half, and then Kieran Trippier as well. I mean, that's some quality to come off that bench, and it was that quality that largely won them the game. And we're seeing that time and time again, that players are coming off the bench and making a big impact. Shows there is some quality there. Yes, of course, I think we're all frustrated. We wish more quality had been brought into the football club in the summer when they were available, or able to do so, sorry. But you can't really complain with the performances of what they're producing off the bench. I can't see how Barnes doesn't start. I don't think Jacob Murphy put a foot wrong. He did a great shift on the right. He did a great shift covering in at left wing back as well at the end when he had to. But Barnes just gives you that match-winning quality, and he's won the match for them today with a real piece of class. It was amazing to see. But anyway, I'd love to jump in the comments. This is quite sad. This will be the first live ever I have been unable to call up on the comments. 166 of you guys watching too. I'm sure the comments would normally be firing in. We normally have hundreds by now. However, I am unable to see them, sadly. So what I will do, tell you what I will do. I don't know if this will work. Hopefully it does. I might well be able to see the comments. I might be able to see the comments when the video uploads. So fingers crossed I'll be able to jump on and answer as many questions as I possibly can. And there's 207 of you guys on here. Do give it a like if you're enjoying this kind of content. Just gives you a little bit of place to fire questions in, etc. However, this time I can't answer your questions because I can't see them due to the signal or something. There was issues with starting up this live because of the signal, and I just wonder if it's knocked that off for now. However, it's given us an option here to start a poll, so I can actually maybe ask you guys a question and I may be able to see those. Yeah, I'm going to ask you guys who you think your man of the match was. I'm going to put some options in here and see what you say. I'm trying to think who you could put in there. Harvey Barnes? Harvey Barnes? Harvey Barnes man of the match? I think anybody else you could put in there. It's too difficult. I can't put that in. Anyway, 202 you guys on this, each 27 likes. Give it a few more likes. Sadly, this live has not gone 100% to plan. However, you will get a full-length Geordie Journals video later on. I can't see your comments sadly, but you've heard my thoughts on it. I'm over the moon with the start Newcastle United have made of the season. If you'd offered me these results at the start of the season, said you're going to be unbeaten after 5 games, through in the cup, no matter how you do it, and be third top of the Premier League, unbeaten, I would have snapped your hand off. However, there is still massive room for improvement because they're not there. They're not quite there. They've had a reasonably good set of fixtures on paper, but they've taken advantage. They've gone and got the results that you need to get in those games. Last season they drew here and lost at Bournemouth, so already away form has shown minor signs of improving. I don't think they're a team who look like they're going to score as many goals, probably at the moment anyway, as they did last season, but they're reasonably solid. And maybe it's a blend, maybe it's a little bit of a blend of the free-flowing goal scorers of last season and the defensive solidity that they had the season previous. Maybe it's a good mix of both. It hasn't been amazingly easy on the eye, but yeah, it was really weird. There was people waving pitch side there. I was thinking maybe they think I'm filming them. I'm not, obviously, as you know. They don't know. That's totally thrown me. Anyway, so yeah, they're maybe not quite what they were, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Essentially, if like I said on these lives before, and I said it in analysis, if Newcastle haven't stunk the place out today, but if they continue to underperform as to what we know they can and continue getting results, I don't think anybody with black and white running through their veins will have any complaints. I don't think anybody can have any. Improvements can be made. I think there is signs there today, I thought. This is even without the result. I thought there was signs there today that they showed us an ability to have the ball and control the game in large parts. I don't really think they've ever had control of any game for a large period so far this season, so that was a nice change to see. But yeah, right, I'm going to cut this live. Sorry, 192 you guys on here, 36 likes, do give it a like. I cannot see your comments sadly because of the signal, so I'm going to cut it there. Thanks for watching. You will get a full length Geordie Journals video probably up in the next few hours, and that'll have myself, Dom and Jordan going a little deeper into what we saw here at Molineux, where Newcastle United playing the third in the Premier League with 3 points and few complaints can be made. 5 unbeaten, through in the cup, third top of the Premier League. What's not to like? It hasn't been pretty, but they can continue going like that for me. I'm not really bothered about entertainment. I just want points and wins and rising up the table, and that's what they're delivering. So I'm going to cut this off because I can't see your comments sadly. I'm really disappointed that we're unable to do that, but fingers crossed it'll all be back to normal next week at Fulham when we can get the live up and we can get the comments, because the internet here at Molineux has been sketchy at best. Goodbye from me. We'll see you in a couple of hours when I do the longer form video with Don and Jordan.